back, Fangame Marathon. That's it. Welcome back, Fangame Marathon.
It's true. You're right.
I'm gonna boost you a little more. Let's try not to buy too much. How about that? This is beautiful.
Good. Testing 1, 2, 3, and also 4.
5?
Debatable.
All right, we'll work on that.
Great, that's true. All right, you looking good?
Yeah, I think you're good to go.
Awesome.
So you can intro everything, and then Jorick will eventually find his way here.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just waiting on my commentator, Jorick. He's a fellow runner of this game. But yeah, I'm Andrew. I'm a Mario 64 ROM hack speedrunner, and today we are playing Ztar Attack 2, A Blast to the Past. I forgot to put the subtitle in in the submission, but it's technically Ztar Attack 2, A Blast to the Past. So, I'm ready to get started in just 1 second. Forgot to open my splits, and now I'm ready.
Alright, let me also open my splits.
True.
And now I'm ready for you.
Alright. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, Ztar Attack 2. This is very unlike many other Mario 64 ROM hacks, in the sense that this is a linear hack, which you think wouldn't work for Mario 64. Like, when you think Mario 64, you think, in Mario 64 ROM hacks, you think just like running around to different levels and stuff like that, very open-ended, go do whatever you want. Where this is pretty different in the sense where it's like, this is more structured like a new Super Mario Bros. Game, as opposed to like your traditional Mario 64 ROM hack. So we're in the first, so this game has 5 worlds, right? Worlds 1 through 5, and also an extra world. So right now we're in World 1, which is like the kind of grassy worlds. This level's called Sunshine Shrooms. So you'll see that like I'm getting these stars, right? You kind of need stars because it's a ROM hack. You collect stars, but these stars are different in the sense where they actually act as checkpoints. And basically, so if you like die in a level or something, then you can just like go right back into it. I'm so slow. You can go right back into it, and you'll just like warp right back to that star. So the goal of this category is 100%. We're trying to collect all of those stars in the regular worlds, and then go to the extra world, which isn't like as linear. It's still like kind of linear in a sense, but yeah, it's very different than the normal worlds. So that was 1-1, Sunshine Shrooms. Now 1-2, Mushroom Caverns. As I said, there are 5 worlds. Each world has 4 levels, except for the extra world. The extra world's like not like a normal world necessarily, but yeah, well, you'll see when we get there. It's pretty different than the rest of the game. Also, this is, instead of 90-star warp, this is 90-star warpless, so this game also has warp zones, but we don't use them in this category. And they're not actually useful in 90-star at all. There technically is a category split where we have 90-star warps and 90-star warpless, but almost no one runs warps because they just don't save time. That right there is a firsty strategy to the first frame wall kick to get up here faster. Yeah, these first 4 levels, all of World 1, pretty simple for the most part. When we get into like Worlds 2 and 3, and especially 4, you get to see like a lot more skips, which like you wouldn't expect to see in like a linear hack, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of points where you can just like skip a bunch of the levels. You can see a lot more of that in Warpless as well, but since you actually have to still go around the level and collect all the stars, we still do need to do that. So, right here, 1-3, Flowery Shrine. Must point out, shouts to Gale, the Gale95 for making this hack. And also the original Ztar Attack. This is a firsty strat right here as well, so makes sense I failed it, but let's give it another try. I think you can very slightly make this without firsties, but you pretty much need one to... Oh yeah, and Jorick's here. Yeah, what's up, Jorick? So yeah, this is my co-commentator. Feel free to introduce yourself.
I'm also one of 4 runners of this category.
Yeah, he's the original. He pioneered a lot of really cool strats in this hack. And big shout out to him. But yeah. So this is 1-3.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what you explained about the linearity of the hack already.
Yeah, I pretty much explained like the basics, just like this game is linear, like how the checkpoint system works, So even if like we die in this run, it doesn't waste like that much time because you don't have to like redo the whole level, as opposed to like any percent warpless where like you're not going to be grabbing the stars, you just run past them. So you have to so like if you die, the run's over.
Levels,
for sure, yeah.
Especially in the earlier levels, the levels aren't that long and stars are pretty close together, so dying will most likely just waste like 20 to 30 seconds. In the later levels they are quite a bit more sparse.
Yeah, absolutely. For sure.
And dying is also easier there, so more danger the further you go.
Yeah, very dangerous, especially in the later levels. 80% warpless is a very hard category. That's why I didn't want to submit it for this, because despite it being a longer category, it's much safer. Much safer. But yeah, so this level has a bit of a weird structure where the first part I did like a little detour to like hit the switch, which opened that gate right there. I needed to go there anyways for the star. And then we come up here to get this star. Normally you're supposed to raise the water level to get over here, but we can also do this. Boop, boop, boop. And what you just saw right there, those are the 45-degree wall kicks, if you want to explain those.
Yeah, so there's been an update recently. I think it's recently.
It was like 2021, and we just like never noticed.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
Yeah.
That added the 45-degree wall kicks. Basically, normally you need to be within 45 degrees to be able to wall kick.
Yeah, we usually refer to that as like 44.9.
Any straight corner, you're not able to wall kick off both walls at the same time. You can either take the left wall or the right wall, and you'll slide along the other wall.
Yeah, pretty much.
But now, with 45-degree wall kicks, if you're going straight into the corner, well, if you have the angle to go straight into the corner, you can jump on both walls. So that allows for a few new skips.
Yeah. We were just talking in DMs for like a couple days, just like going through the game, trying to find new skips with 45 degrees. There's not a ton, but we found like a couple that are really good, especially in 5.2, which we'll see later. But yeah, so this is 1-4, Overgrown Castle. It's the last level in World 1, Fun of Biswall there. The movement here is pretty tough, especially in this section, so I'm just going to focus up a little bit.
What's really cool about this this category is there are so many ways to go from A to B.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everything is like, there's usually for each part, there's like 3 strategies that range from fast but safe to faster but more dangerous to why are you doing this, but it's really fast.
There's a lot of why are you doing this. Let's say that, but yeah. I think I do like most like pretty good strats. The only one that like I don't do that you do— don't eat me. Ah! Never gotten eaten by that guy. Marathon luck. That's unfortunate.
Bubba's relentless.
Bubba is relentless. But yeah, as I said, deaths aren't like as punishing as they would be in Warpless. Like if I died there in Warpless, I would have already lost like 2 minutes and it would just be over. that was interesting. I've gotten hit by him, but I haven't ever gotten eaten by him. I was swimming too low. Been unfortunate, but it's fine. Just get right back here. Gotta love the Bubba.
We actually use these checkpoints at some point as well.
Yeah,
because we can go to the final star in 4-2, I believe it is. We go to the final star first and take them out of order, or well, in the wrong order, I guess. And then we grab another star, take a death on purpose, and when we get back into the level, the checkpoint is still at the final star.
Yeah, there's a bit of that in this run, we're like using checkpoints and stuff like that, but it's mostly in 4-2. 4-2 has a really weird structure and a really weird route for this run that we'll get into when we're there. Yeah. Cheeky little BLJ incoming. Right in the pipe. Oh. you can like clip right into that pipe, but sometimes you go too far, sometimes you stop short. It's just for movement, it doesn't skip anything. But you do have to lower the water there to be able to hit that block and then go through the pipe. Over here. Quick slide kick.
Slide kick. I saw you do it recently. It's one of the coolest additions, I think.
Yeah, I love that movement. It's so fun. I love a lot of movement in this hack. I've said this before, but this is, I think, my favorite ROM hack speed game. I think it's my favorite ROM hack speedrun. Just because there's so much cool movement and so many cool strats. And it just, like, makes it a lot of fun. Like, a lot of stuff is really satisfying. And just fun to just go through. Because the levels are really open, there's a lot to work with. I hope this fire doesn't hit.
This is the first boss of the game. There's 5, 6, I think.
Yeah, there's one
Every
boss
world
after
has
each
its
world.
boss. And then there's one lore boss, which is after the boss from Bowser.
Yeah,
After
World
boss-
5 has
World
2
5,
bosses,
I mean.
technically. But yeah, that was World 1. Shortest world by quite a bit, even though I could add a little bit, but it's fine. It's all good, don't worry about it. Marathon luck. We're going straight into World 2, the desert world. This first level is called Sand Valley. There's not really like too much to comment on here, it's mostly just like solid movement throughout it. 2-2 and 2-3 have a lot of pretty cool skips that we'll get into. Make sure that guy doesn't hit
There's
you.
one atrocious invisible wall in 2-1.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty terrible.
Let's hope it. Well, it won't even kill you, but it just
It's
forces
really
you
just
to
annoying.
take an extra stop.
It is very much just annoying. Gale's Collision usually is like pretty good, especially in this hack. You might have saw Phantom ran Ztar Attack Rebooted, so that was the remake of Gale's original hack, Ztar Attack 1, which does not have the best reputation for solid reasons. Pretty much Gale's style is making very, very big levels. And it works really well for this hack, and many argue that it doesn't work as well for like a normal, like, I say normal, but like just a regular styled ROM hack. Accidentally took 2 burns there from that cactus. Yeah, the cactus is actually just lava, so you can just bounce on it. And then this ending right here, it's using the tornadoes. We're supposed to go over there to hit that tornado, but we can just skip it and go right over here. Yeah, lava cactus. Have you ever touched a cactus? It's pretty much lava. It's like the same thing.
I guess it does hurt and make you go ow wow wow wow. So
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Except lava, like in real life, just instantly kills you. It's all good, don't worry about it. Anyways, yeah, 2-2, Oasis Canyon. Got a bit of a banger. If there's one thing Gale's good at, it is music. She makes some of the best ports in the game right now. Currently she's on hiatus, but we hope Ztar Attack 3 will release at some point. Anyways, first skip coming up right here. This might take me a second. Excuse me, ooze. Ooze. Come on. Get up, get up. There we go. Okay. Kaiser player over here knows how to do arches. Anyways, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on top of the level right here. And we're just gonna skip a pretty big section of the level just by kicking up here. There are 2 of these skips in this level, like 2 of these kinds of skips. In Warplus, you can just long jump over there and not have to come down here, but we actually have to get this star. Right here, I'm gonna do a pretty silly skip. I don't know if I told Jorickjuhh I'm gonna go for this or not, but I'll just go for it. For the fans, you know.
nice. I
For the
think
fan gamers.
I've timed it like a few times. I'm not too great in the other movements, so I'm not sure if my timing is correct, but I saved like half a second. I think.
Yeah, this saves like literally 1 second from the movement. It's really dumb. But it's you know, it's for fun. This is a for fun strat. Let's see if we can get it.
But the worst is when you accidentally get too much speed and you dive into the bomb again, and
There
you
we
have to go all the way back.
Yeah. One time there was like a Koopa running there and it messed up the entire clip. And like it just hit me like when I was trying to clip, and it just wasted like 20 seconds, 30, and I was like, yeah, this run's dead. There's no point.
You can
to-
actually do that fence clip a bit faster if you just press C.
Oh,
I
really?
don't think it's 100% consistent, but it's like
Oops.
90%.
I was trying to get like a double bounce there where I also bounced on the Goomba to keep my speed. Yeah, that's for style points. Can't really go wrong with some good style. Next star. Got one more star in this level. Alright, moving on to 2-3. You can skip some of these pillars right here. Triple jump, wall kick. Another pretty big skip coming up. This one I didn't know about until I saw it in Jorickjuhh's run. But pretty much you come right over here. And move right down here. I'm really happy this skip exists because the normal movement for this section is terrible. Like, that section just sucks. There's a lot of invis walls. There's like this one part right here you have to wait for those spinning platforms. Boom. Yeah, we got those sonic bouncers as well. You see those in a lot of hacks because there's a patch for it called the More Objects patch. Yeah, that was 2-2. Going into 2-3 Pipe Palace. Oops.
Those spinning platforms are always the worst because they put you in this state of, do I go? No, I wait. Do I go? No, I wait.
Yeah.
And you still go, and it turns right as you arrive.
It's such a sunk cost fallacy thing. It's like, I think I should go. No, wait, I should wait for it to turn. And then it's like, oh, I'm losing so much time because it's just not turning. And then it's like, yeah.
Yeah, so Captain Bowser, this is actually the first spot where the 45 degrees wall kicks replaced the firsty strat.
True, yeah. When I was first looking for stuff, I was like, oh, maybe there's a way to skip the firsties here. So I just looked and turns out, yep, way easier than the firsties. There used to be a strat here where you need to do 2 first frame wall kicks, or firsties, to skip a pretty big section. But now you can just use the 45 degree wall kicks to get there. Let me just get over here. This section will be a little scary because these flip so slowly. Yeah. There we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. You just come right over here. You're supposed to it used to just firsty on those 2 walls right there. Now you can just do that. Boom. And just another star right, just like that. You gotta come up here anyways in Warpless because you gotta get the shell. Which, banger by the way.
Either of these 2 strats do also save a big portion going around flip-flop blocks and on the side of pipes, and everything's above quicksand, so very scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as I said, bangers. Yeah, it's over. Alright, coming up near the end of this level, just got one more section. This is also like one of the only levels you do in any percent, like with warps, so... My estimate is like very high because we didn't know about like the version differences and all the strats, so that this time has gone down a lot. So if I have time at the end, I would very much like to show off the 80% route, because it is very, very interesting. But that's only if I have time. It's coming up to the end right here. There we go. Boom. Not having the cleanest movement ever, but like I'm also trying to play it a little bit safe because, you know, I already died once. I don't want to die again. Alright, 2-4. Gloomy Pyramid. We are now in the pyramid.
This is, I think, the first level that we take stars in the unintentional order.
Oh yeah, so this stage has a lot of cool
There's a bomb
stuff.
clip coming up. Well, it's not even a bomb clip, he just walks you through it.
Yeah, he just pushes you. It's like you don't have to like do anything.
And that it causes sort of sequence break where you can take a star and open the door, which normally you need the cannon for. No, wait, that's not right.
Yeah, so it's hitting the switch right here, which will...
Right.
Yeah, no, so this is the end of the level. This star right here you usually get at the end of the level. But I'm hitting that switch right there, so now we go just back through the normal way. It's pretty much skipping the end part of the level, what we just did there. And you do that in Warpless as well, because there's a cannon bomb there, which shoots you over, like, to the end. But we're not doing that now, obviously, because we still have to go around the level to get to the stars. It's a really weird route, but it very much works out, and it's much, much faster than doing it intended.
It does
Whoa.
also skip opening the can,
Whoa!
so you don't actually.
Whoa! Okay, I don't know what movement I was doing there, but it's all good because there's a checkpoint pretty quickly back. Yeah, I've never skipped that ledge grab, so I was just trying to like go with it, and it just wasn't working. But yeah, it's all good.
It always panics me as well.
Yeah, that section was very, very nerve-wracking. That was really scuffed. Arrogant. Sure, CV. I haven't done runs of this in a couple days, but yeah, so maybe I'm not rusty, but you know, not the most polished either.
The cactus pit. Dude, there's gonna come an entire cactus world later.
True. Yeah, I'll play this a little more safe just because it's a tough section. A lot of the movement in this run is really hard, which is why I'm happy my run had like no deaths, because as you've seen, it's very easy to die in this game. This isn't a Kaizo hack by any means. I would definitely consider it casual, but because I usually run Kaizo hacks here at FM, but yeah, it's still very difficult to go fast in. Cactus 1, of course. Got a little pole section here.
I think one of the greatest thing about this hack is also because it's linear, it never gets repetitive.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You're never thinking like, oh, another wall kick section, or oh, another pole section.
Just trying to wall kick there. Just whoop, to daisies. I'm gonna use the momentum of this here, hold back a little bit. Get those sonic bumpers again. So, you saw we skipped earlier, right? We would normally like go down that path right there, but we're just gonna go back over here. Because you're supposed to open the cannon, which shoots over here, but you could just jump to here from this part. Which people wouldn't normally do if they were going for 100%, because you're missing a star, you gotta go all the way back over there.
If you look at Andrew's camera, you can see him pointing at the screen.
True. I don't know why I thought that would like visualize it better, like just pointing at you guys. Yeah, that was 2-4. Now we got the boss, and then we're gonna get moving on to World 3. Wink. Dude, I love Captain Bowser. How do you guys feel about Captain Bowser? I think he's a pretty cool guy.
So the boss is pretty easy, it's just the hands how you expect it, but with a few fires.
Yeah, we got an rock here.
But they can, however, boon you straight into the quicksand, so you gotta be careful.
Yeah. One thing you gotta do here is I went behind the iRock to activate it, but normally you're not supposed to like go behind iRocks like in vanilla. In the vanilla game, like it's not possible to go behind the iRock. So, and what it does is like going behind it like bugs it out, so it won't actually like open the hands and like charge at you. So instead, we just go behind it to like activate it, and then we have to make sure not to go behind it for the rest of it, or else it won't give you the ability to attack. But yeah, that was 2-4. That was World 2. Coming on
Andrew
into
also
World
pretty neatly evaded the flames. The flames, if they hit you, sometimes you just die to fire damage because you keep bouncing on the hands.
Yeah, there are soft blocks you can do with those kinds of enemies. Wigglers too, which I think I have gotten in in World 1 at some point. But yeah, going into World 3, which is kind of a miscellaneous world. It's like a summer-themed world where like, but they're all different theme levels. It's weird. It's like World 3-1 is a beach, 3-2 is like a water temple, 3-3 is a forest, and then 3-4 is like a power plant. Like it's very different, but like for like lore-wise, it just works. But yeah, 3-1, Babam
Honestly,
Beachside.
I played this game 1,000 times and I still don't understand the lore.
Yeah. Speedruns, we didn't look at the lore. I just look for movement. It said power plant. Yeah. Babam Beachside right here. I'm gonna do some wacky movement here. We got these flippy boys. Flippy things. I'm gonna try to do some tight movement. No! Ah, okay, I jumped too early there. But yeah, normally you have to like wait for those to flip and just do like short jumps throughout them. But if you do like those 3 very precise long jumps, then you can just do faster movement. I'll try to go for it again. There we go. Yeah, I just accidentally jumped too early on that one. And these flippy platforms, gotta make sure to not fall here. There we go. That's a very tough section. It's very easy to fall in the water there. Also, absolute banger song.
In this level, we're actually also quitting out of the level to avoid using the checkpoints.
This one has a bit of a weird route.
There's a level select area, which you can use to re-enter stages you've been to already. And it just spawns you at the beginning of the stage. So we grab the first three, I think, three stars
first
here.
Thursday.
And then there's a section which requires you to platform a bit and open a cannon, but it's not really a cannon, it's just the door from the cannon, which locks your progress. But if you just exit out of the level, you can go back to that closed door and BOJ through it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're exiting course here. And then we're going into aforementioned warp zone. So this warp zone, it only works when you get a star in that level, so I can't just like go to the last level right now. Oops. Right in the basement here. This is like the Ztar temple. This is all here for lore reasons, and it's how you enter World 5. Yeah, so that's like the World 1 hallway, World 2, World 3. Going right back into 3-1. And if you're thinking, like, why don't we just, like, exit course or, like, die or something like that, that won't actually work because of the checkpoint system. So with the warp zone, it will take you to the beginning of the level, like, always, every time. But with, like, the checkpoints, so, like, if I exited course or died, I would just be warped back to the last star I got, as opposed to, oh my god, as opposed to, like, the beginning of the level. So you do have to go through that warp zone to get to the beginning. And you'll see that again later. It can get very annoying for practice, but, oops, this is a little weird. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, this is the BLJ we were talking about. You can just skip that door. Normally you're supposed to get the cannonball bomb to open that, but yeah, you can just BLJ through it. And in Warpless, you don't even need to get any of the stars, so you just do that right at the beginning. And then boom, just skip the entire level. It's pretty good. It's pretty great. Alright, going into 3-2, Aqua Sanctuary. Yeah, it's really useful in Warpless. I mean, it saves, what, 3 minutes as opposed to going through the level normally. Warpless is a cool category. I want to run it again at some point.
This is one of the silliest skips.
Yeah.
Because swimming through the sort of downway passage is long.
It's a very long,
terribly long
water section, swimming section, but you can just jump through that and boom. There's a lot of that with water and like gates and water inside of Mario 64 where the collision for like in water just acts really weird and really differently to the point where you can clip through a lot of stuff. We'll see that again later, I believe. I think we do it again later at some point, but I can't just put my finger on where. Anyways, I'm gonna do another thing here. See this Jorickjuhh? He's a good friend. Silly guy. You can let him come over here. No, where are you going? Where are you going? No, stop. This Jorickjuhh can get a little silly. Oh my god. I can get a little silly with my gameplay, can't I? Grab. I'm gonna go on a little stroll real quick. I was trying to like lure him as close to this wall as I could. Gonna go over here and oh, right in the water.
He was about to use you to clip himself through the wall.
Yeah. I was like, no.
It's my speedrun now.
Yeah, you can use heavy objects like Jorickjuhs and like blow bombs to clip through stuff like that. And because I was above a water box right there and below a ceiling, I could just clip right through and skip most of that water section. It was pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna lower the water right here. Wait a little bit. Don't really got much to do while the water's waiting. Sometimes I try to like land on top of this box, just stay here. Tiny little time save.
I'm not sure if it even saves anything.
Yeah, it really like barely does. It just looks cooler. Jorickjuhh is gonna enter next year's marathon. There was a recent Kaizo hack called Invasion of Jorickjuhh. I wonder if someone will run it. I'm just kidding, that run is like 12 hours. Only one person has done it. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna be going back here. Warpless also has a different route for this level where you like don't even have to come to this downward section. There's a BLJ strat where you can just skip this entire section. But we do need to get that star, so we have to go down in 90 star. Yeah, 12-hour round should be good. Alright. And that was 3-2, Aqua Sanctuary. Ah, I was trying to do some very tight movement there, but that dove too late. Yep, so this absolute banger, by the way. Absolute freaking cat jammer. You can get some cat jam. This is like one of my favorite SM64 ports of all time. Absolutely amazing song. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, so you can like, if you do the good movement, you can like make an early cycle for those platforms, but it's really tight. I don't even go for home runs. Alright. Tiny little skip here. You can just long jump over here and do 2 lava bounces instead of doing that movement over there with the lily pads. But that does make this section a little scary. You need to make sure you get a ledge grab there so you don't take fall damage and die. Sorry. Tight strat here. This section here is really hard and annoying. Like, it's very easy to die at these metal balls coming up. Many
This is
people.
one of the places where 45 degrees angle wall kicks can actually make it harder as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, I just gotta be really careful with these metal balls, because if they hit you, you're instantly falling off. It's over. Talking about those warp zones, there's actually one over there, and it takes you to World 5, but obviously we're not going to be doing those in this run. Alright, 3-4 power plant. Boxing. Yeah, it was 3-3. One of the harder levels. We're going to do a little something. You might have seen it yesterday if you were watching Phantom's ZAR run. No block glitch. Basically, if you press B frame perfectly on a no block, then you go zoom. And that skips a little section right there where you have to like hit a switch, spawn some boxes. That is the sunk cost fallacy thing here again, because I was just waiting for that to flip. I wasn't sure if I should go. Yeah, it's a beautiful strat. I love it. Yeah, as I said, World 3 is kind of a mishmash of themes. It's mostly just like a summer themed, I guess, and then I guess power plant, so it's like a, I don't know, a pollution themed world. I don't know.
High school summer job at the power plant.
Yeah, what summer jobs are you guys getting in Holland?
Getting crazy out here. Yeah, I guess the pollution is the lore that like the beautiful beaches are being polluted by the power plants society or something. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna hit the switch, and then that opens this gate right here, which you get over here. I've been trying to find a way to skip that gate for years, and I can't. I got nothing. There's really nothing to work with in that section. If anyone's good at Mario and knows how to skip that, is Chris here? Chris, you got a strat you can find? Please, please, Chris. Chris, please, please. Okay, being able to skip that would save like over a minute in Warpless. Kinda strange how the bob arms got hired at the power plant when they don't have hands.
True.
What are they doing?
I feel like they would blow up like the uranium tanks or something. By accident, you know? You gotta practice workplace safety, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, where's Jarp when you need him? It's coming up near the end of power plant. In Warpless, you can just use that chuck to flip through those gates, but there's a star down here, so we're just gonna go do that. Boing. Yeah, hitting the switch right here.
What are those gates even for? I've never seen those.
Those gates? I don't know.
Wait, is that above the note block?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Didn't you run this game? Did you get? You had to get that star, right? Oh, yeah,
I do. I just never noticed it's the same place as where you slide from.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. I mean, if those gates weren't there, you could just like jump right down. That'd be pretty easy. Yeah. World 3 boss. And this bomb. It's not like other bombs though. This one's fast. It's actually not that fast. There are much faster bombs if you played like Star Revenge 4.5 or 5.5. Yeah, this one's also blue. I guess he is unlike other bombs in the fact that he is blue. King Robert. This is literally like other bombs. Look, I'm trying to create.
There used to be 3 low fires here, so like on ground level.
Oh really? I didn't remember that.
Yeah, then the fight was actually hard.
Yeah, Star Revenge 4.9 also has a bomb like that. So yeah, we're in a room right now with 3 switches. We're gonna hit it and exit course. And that was World 3. Oh, we got a gold. Nice.
Nice.
That was the first one of this run. Yeah, anyways, yeah, that was World 3. We're gonna go back over here to World 4. You can also, there's a warp on that switch, and it'll take you, like, right back to the World 3 entrance, so you can, like, come back up here. I think it's slightly faster to exit course. I'm, like, 90% sure. I forget if I've timed it or not. Maybe back in the day I did. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Yeah, World 4. This is the Winter World. Coming up right here. First one right here, 4-1. This level's pretty uneventful. There's not really too much to work with here. I will mention some stuff when we get to it, but 4-2 and 4-3 and 4-4 are all very, very interesting levels. We'll get to it. Oops. This song is from Perfect Dark, I believe. It's Chicago from Perfect Dark. Oops. Whoopsie daisies. What I'm trying to do here is a triple jump wall kick. With the 45 degrees. There we go. Yeah, just get right up there. Skip that section where you have to like jump around walls and stuff. This section's a little weird. It like kind of shows where the floor is through like the scrolling textures. The star also used to be over there for some reason, but now it's over here. I really don't know why Gale ever put it over there, because like a lot of people just missed that star. So I'm very glad she updated that in the recent update. I say recent. It was, again, it was 2 years ago, and we just never know. Whoops. Chicago stealth, that's it, yep. Does work very well for a snow level, though. Alright. Coming up to the end right here. Now we're getting into 4-2, which we were talking about earlier, is having a very wacky structure and a very wacky route. It's similar to 2-4 in that respect, where you're kind of like going in a circle, but like you go in like 3 circles. I don't know, that's weird. But yeah, you'll see what we do here. It's very interesting. There is one very hard strat that I'm not going to be going for. I'm going to be going for like an alteration of it. That's much, much easier. And that strat involves mashing as hard as you can on this BLJ. I am not very good at mashing, so... Sometimes you catch this guy on a bad cycle and you gotta redo it. That's all good. You can just try again. The angle's bad.
This level has a invisible pit in a hallway, in a little bit.
Yeah, so pretty much there's a fake floor there. It's like you're stepping on it and it's like, oh no, you fell into a hole.
Yeah. But you can skip that either with this BOJ or with the fly guy or a first frame wall kick.
Yeah, so with the BLJ, it actually kind of would have worked there because like I had the speed right, but pretty much you can just keep your speed and just fly over. But it's so inconsistent for me, and I just like, and if you fail, you lose a minute because you fall in the hole. So what I do is I just get that fly guy. It's only 20 seconds slower, but it's much more worth it in my opinion. So yeah, this is like technically near the end of the level, which is weird because this level has like 6 or 7 stars. This is a very big level. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over here, which will open the cannon and hit a switch. And then also grab the star over here. Yeah, so it opens a cannon near the end of the level, pretty much. Yeah, big shoutouts to everyone's PFP here. I think I wall kicked on Aglab earlier. a lot of people's PFPs, which I guess are supposed to be little picture frames. And now we're back in like the central room right here in the chandelier. We're gonna go back over here. And that BLJ, as I said, like skipped like the first like half of the level. But we'll go back to it later. Yeah, you guys will see. You go back here in this area and climb up these stairs. Spiral staircase.
So now we're already going to the final star. Only to jump the fence and go back to the first 2 stars.
Yeah, pretty much. So that'll be coming up right here. And because of, as we said, because of the checkpoint system, it'll just instantly warp us to the end of the level after exiting course. So this is the end of the level right here. But we're missing two stars. There we go. So normally you could just like go into 4-3. So yeah, and you can just go right over here.
It's actually better to avoid those coins on the way up to the final star, because you only need to take 1 boo hit.
Oh, really? I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's true. You're right. I forgot about that. So we're gonna go over here. Over here, that was the first star. This is like technically the beginning of the level, and we're just gonna... Whee! Whee! No, Andrew, you're dying. No! No, you're gonna die! This is so sad.
Dude, I once got too much fall damage and died in the chimney.
Died in the chimney. Aw, that sucks.
That's tragic, because then you're back at the end again.
Anyways, yeah, you're supposed to let that guy kill you because that'll just lead you back here. And then because of the checkpoints, you go back in, and takes you right to the end of the level. So, and we can't use the warp zone for that once again, because we can't like exit course and use the warp zone. Because, 1, it would be slower, and 2, it would take you to the beginning of the level instead. Yeah, very interesting route for that stage. It's one of my favorites in the run, especially when you're not doing the really hard BLJ strat. Now we're in 4-3, Skyscraping Hell. This is kind of stretching the winter theme, in my opinion. Like, it's snowing, that's it. But, we're going to be doing another pretty hard strat here. World 4 killed a lot of runs because I was going for the BLJ strat and the hard BLJ strat in 4-2, and also going for this strat coming up. But this strat saves up to 50 seconds. Basically, there's a...
Where's the snow coming from when you're jumping on top of the cloud?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, basically, grab that. Ah, unfortunate. That was too
You
far
don't see
left.
it, but this pipe also has one of the cannon gates on it. And usually you need to go past the previous star for like 30 seconds. And then talk to a bomb, open the pipe, and either take a death and get back to the star we were just at, or walk all the way back. But with this bomb hit, you skip it.
It saves up to 50 seconds, I believe, so I still like save time over intended there. And the intended route also sucks, so but that is a very hard bomb clip because I don't know if anyone's ever tried bomb clipping into a pipe. It's like it's really weird. And yeah,
you easily
it's very
slide
awkward.
next to it.
Oh, I thought I was dying there. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, and that's the end of the level right here. Normally a longer level if you don't do the skip, but yeah, there we go. Going into 4-4 Everfrost Cavern. Also, I should mention that in the Warpless category, you actually don't need to go World 4 at all. And the reason for that is because after Worlds 3 and 4, you saw I was like in that room with all the cap switches. Pretty much you only need to hit one of those, and that'll unlock World 5 for you. So after I finish this one, I'm going to be in that same room again. I'm just not going to hit the switch because it would just waste time. Getting the Vanish Cap there wouldn't do anything, pretty much. Where at the Metal Cap... I say Metal Cap, but they're just boxes that lead to warps, pretty much. Yeah, you can do either World 3 or World 4. World 3 is faster by a significant margin, though. Just because you can skip, pretty much fully skip 3-1 and 3-2.
That's crazy, I had no idea. I always ledge grab to switch and then exit.
Yeah, I mean, like... I did that for the Metal Cap one, but like you don't need to do it for both because it really the only point of getting them is to be able to get to World 5. Clipping into a pipe is hard. It is quite the difficult strat. Yeah, anyways, this is Everfrost Cavern. Pretty cool movement in this level. Not a ton to say. There's not a ton of like big skips or anything, but it's definitely a cool level. Huh. No, there's lava.
It does clearly show that
doesn't even work.
the further you go, the levels are getting more and more dangerous. Because now there's some pretty tight platforming, and basically missing the jump just means you die.
Yeah, I mean, like compare this to, like World 1, World 2. It's like definitely getting a lot easier to die and a lot longer as well. There's a lot more stars in each level. Like it really like depends on how the level's laid out. Like for example, like 4-2 has like 6 stars when 4-3 has like 3. If you ever play this hack, I do recommend doing it with star display, just because missing a star would kind of suck, and it's like you would never know how many stars are in each level. Usually they're like pretty self-explanatory, but like as I said in earlier versions, like the 4-2 one sucked, for example. Anyways, big ice maze here. I don't want to do it. Oh, I gotta do it. Okay, I missed that. I missed the second part of the BLJ, so now I gotta do the rest. I don't even know which way to go. It's this way. There we go. Okay, get out of the way, please. Wait, where is it? No, wait. No, it is over here. Never mind. Okay. Wait, is it? Okay. I usually just BLJ to skip that maze, but it didn't work fully that time. It was a little unfortunate, but yeah, and that's 4-4. Except we got another boss. This I would say is like the hardest boss, like the first 4 worlds. Just because like the good strat here is to stay in this middle platform as much as you can. But with how this womp works, it's very hard to do that. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that happens. Just land back on. 1, 2. Ah, there we go. Try to get a frame perfect jump. Oh. Yeah, there's one frame after you kill a womp where you can jump. And it saves like a tiny bit of time because you can just do that.
I usually mash A with both my hands, and then it's basically a 50-50.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, World 4 is done. Going to World 5, the Bowser world, the lava world. So yeah, these are the 2 boxes right here that'll warp you to World 5, but we only need to get one because we only need to warp there through one way. So boom, World 5. We're going to 5-1 Volcanic Domain. Another banger, another Toho banger. Ah! Don't do that. So yeah, these are the longest levels in the game, for sure. Just everything in World 5 is pretty long. So this is the longest world by quite a bit. Yeah, I missed the VC switch because, yeah, as I said, it would be fast, would be slower to get. For no real gain. Ah. Dude, my movement's a little sloppy today, but it's okay. It's really hard to be able to do good movement in this game. There's a lot going on.
Is there a reason we're fighting the boss anyway, if we're not using the switch?
Because the boss gives you a star. So
oh, right, it does. Yeah, I forgot. It does.
Yeah, so you just do it and then just exit course immediately because you don't need anything else there. Scary section here. Whoop. Now I gotta arch your way around here. Heal up here because we're gonna do something a little silly here in a second. This is like one of the funniest strats in the game coming up. First off, I want to kill these bullies. So they can be very annoying.
More BOJs!
More BLJs! Woo! Ow. As I said, they can be very annoying. Get in the lava!
The
Die!
hack actually has quite a lot of BOJs, but I don't find them too complex. They're usually just...
Yeah, they're usually pretty simple, except for Fast Strat and 4-2, where like you really need to get everything right and be able to mash really fast, which I'm not good at. But yeah, that BLJ is just funny because you just go through the wall and then there's a lava wall behind it where you can just lava bounce up to skip
I also
that switch
mean,
right
like,
there.
compared to something like Star Road,
Oh,
there,
yeah.
the BOJ against the chair is almost impossible to even get.
Yeah, I mean those are 0-star strats, they're gonna be really dumb. at the end right here. This cannon's just always open, you don't need to get it. But yeah, what that BLJ skipped, it skipped like a whole path where it like spawns boxes so you can like climb up there. Aw. Come on. Touch spawn. Alright, 5-1 done.
That was the closest you could miss that ledge with.
Yeah, that was like one unit off. But yeah, anyways, in Warpless, there's a cool strat here where you can just clip through that. We're not going to do it here because we need the stars. Pretty weird strat here. You get the angle off there. Oh, what? Come on. Huh? Excuse me? 1. Okay, this is ridiculous now. I've never failed this much. This is crazy. I'm not stopping until I get it. Okay. Sometimes I fail that once, but I've never seen that glitch. That's crazy. Yeah, anyways, doing that like skips that room, but it was definitely slower that time because I failed it 10 times. As long as I have a good time, it's all good. It's been a little bit of a silly run, but it's all good. My estimate is very inflated anyways. 1, because of the possibility of deaths, and 2, because I made the estimate before all these optimizations. And 3, because I can probably show off any percent at the end if I have time. So yeah. So you don't need to do any of this whole section in Warpless. This part's scary. I'm just going to wait for him to flip. Maybe I should have waited there. Okay, no, I'm good.
Later in this level, there's another section which we can skip now with using the new 45-degree wall kick.
Yep, and that's coming up right here. So normally you have to, you see those like blue blocks, you have to go down that path, hit the blue switch to spawn those boxes. Yeah, marathon luck, of course. But now, this is probably second biggest time save for this version. Now you can just go over here, which is great because...
My last run, I was so excited to get the wall kicks that I forgot to take the star.
Classic. Yeah, in Warpless, you'll be able to do that as well. I haven't done any runs of Warpless like with this version. But yeah. Oops.
So this was a very clear example, by the way. Without 45 degrees wall kicks, you couldn't make that corner. You would just be able to jump left, right, but once you get to the end of the...
What am I doing?
Once you get to the corridor, the corner of the corridor, I mean, then you're not able to jump on the other wall as well.
I have to mute 1 second. Sorry about that. Not my mom with Katy Perry this time, now it's my dad with, hey, it's a nice day out, buddy, you want to go golfing? There it is.
I think I missed the mom Katy Perry part.
You missed that SRM arc. SRM Fangame Marathon arc. Anyways, yep, and the second time save from this version is coming right up. Speedruns are usually better than golf. So normally you have to...
No, normally you have to...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Yeah, you have to raise the water to get up here. I accidentally failed it, but you have to raise the water to get up here. But you can do a pretty tight 45-degree wall kick strat. There we go. It's a little tight, but it's definitely worth it. And then coming up right over here. Oh my god, bro. He really just keeps coming in. He really just keeps coming in. As I was saying. So anyways, 5-3. I really did just tell them that I had a marathon run. I'm gonna be real. Like, I told them, hey, don't come in because I gotta run. That's fine. So anyways, this is 5-3 Los Bowserus, which is a reference to the famous New York City, obviously. But pretty much what we just did there is a skip. Normally you have to climb up all these buildings, but there are a lot of skips in this level. This is a very, very broken level. But yeah, more plus you can skip the entire thing, but we still have to like run around a little bit to get everything in 90 star.
So this is actually the first star, but after this we won't be getting any of them in order.
Yeah, none of them are in order after this. We really just did not close the door. That's crazy. That's so cool. So yeah, that one is supposed to be gotten after this one, because you're supposed to like climb the buildings, but we were on just the top level of, we were just on the top of the level, so we could just slide right down there, and come back down and get this. And also, there's a section after this where you're supposed to get a switch and open the gate right here. I don't feel like it. You can just clip right through that gate. Hey yo, Pops, close the door.
It's also the easiest gate to clip through. It's just a jump. Like there's
yeah,
no...
you really just jump and it's just done. Gotta be careful here. Kind of tight strat. Yeah, there we go.
The wall kicks up this building are actually pretty annoying sometimes because the windows have different collisions.
Yeah, I don't know why the windows have weird collisions, so you can just like fall sled grab there and fall. It hasn't happened to me like too much, but it's definitely possible. And then, you know, benches are for sitting, or also for BLJs, if this guy moves.
I think the bench BOJ is the hardest one to get under.
Yeah. Getting under this bench is quite difficult. There we go. Nice. And that skips yet another section where you're trying to open that gate. And now we're at the end. This is normally the longest level in the game, or maybe second longest, behind 5-4, but yeah. Yeah, bench long jump. If you guys excuse me, I'm gonna close my door.
You're being
Streamer, you lost time. Alright, cool.
But this next level also has a BOJ.
Oop, got the smallest bomb possible. There we go. It still works.
This bomb clip just skipped a huge maze.
Yeah. Shouts to Phantom, also a runner of this game. Record holder for Warpless. Big man. So yeah, anyways, 5-4, we're in Bowser's Castle.
This next BOJ was found by Simple Flips.
Yeah.
Shoutouts.
There's a fun video where Simple Flips like tried to do this BLJ for like 2 hours, but like he didn't know like the actual like strat. Ah. Completely don't know the actual strat either. It's very weird because that corner kills your speed a lot of the time.
Kinda awkward because you have to move down, but then on that steep part you have to steer into the wall so you don't fly off.
Yeah, you gotta like
and then
really be
once you're
hugging the
down the
wall.
steep part, you gotta be steering into the gate again.
You can BLJ through that cage dolph, but it's really inconsistent and it's like barely faster. I'm just doing the bomb flip. I would like you to hit the switch. But yeah, shows Simple Flips find that BLJ. And we do actually use it for runs. Skips a big section. Ooh, I looked away from the screen. I didn't hear the thing, so I just jumped in the quicksand. Anyways, shell section here. This is a very long level, but you can skip most of it in Warpless through a bomb clip. You can skip a lot of World 5 in Warpless. He sacrificed his estimate. Yeah, we don't need a meat estimate. I need my door shut. Dad. Anyways. Yeah, obviously another banger. A lot of really, really good songs in this game.
So at the end of this stage, we finished the first, well, the 5 main worlds.
Yeah,
And then afterwards, there are some bonus stages.
Yeah, we're going to go into the extra worlds.
I think that's where most of the lore happens, but then again...
Yeah, I didn't read it. ROM hack players when they have to read lore. When they have to read any sign. Woo, woo! Played that a little scarily, but it's fine. Very scary section there. Jump right down to Bowser's little library here.
At least he's educating himself.
Yeah. He's learning how to take over the Mushroom Kingdom or whatever. I don't know the lore. He's probably taking over the Mushroom Kingdom. I think he's like teaming up with the Ztars or something to become Ztar Bowser or whatever. I don't know.
I think Ztar like mind controlled him.
It's something like that, yeah, actually.
Didn't read enough books.
Yeah. I did not read as many books as Bowser clearly has. Coming up near the end right here. There's normally a section there where you have to like climb on those vines. And luckily this hack has a fast climbing patch. I think it's one of the first hacks ever to use it. Because this hack came out in like 2018. But yeah, it makes that a lot more bearable.
It makes it tolerable, but still pretty slow.
Yeah.
And if you see the path you have to take, that Goomba is always guarding the pipe entrance.
Yeah. Alright, coming up. Bowser throws, everyone's favorite. And they're way harder in this game for some reason. Like, Bowser throws just so hard in this game. I have no idea why. So, apologies if I miss a couple. I find it easier to do it with Mario Cam than with the parallel Act 2 cam. There we go. 2. It's parallel cam, CB, and also like the bombs being at like the tips instead of like floating in the air makes it harder somehow because you just like miss it more. I don't know. And also it sucks because like those little dips right there, if Bowser falls down there, it's awful.
Pretty clean fight.
Yeah, those are pretty good throws. So anyway, we're back in this room again. Now we do need this switch. And we can't exit course, we're just gonna take the warp back. We're over here. Woo! I don't know where I was going. And final boss coming up. 5-5.
I think this is actually one of the coolest Mario fights, which are not customs.
Yeah, this is one of the coolest ROM hack bosses of all time. That was tight. Jesus. I thought I was bonking there. Yeah, pretty much use the fast flying there. There's a really, really hard strat you can do here where you keep that flying speed and then just fly through every single one of these guys. It's crazy. It's so hard and like I'm not... Yeah, I would never go for it in this. I was trying to learn it for...
also kind of RNG because sometimes these stars are basically just boos.
Yeah.
Reskin boos. But sometimes they just like turn, what do you call it, invincible? You just fly through them.
Yeah, they're really annoying. And especially this big boo, which you have to 3 times. Yeah, I'm really low for some reason. I think I'd like hit invisible ceiling or something. There are also some collision issues in this fight. With his walls and such. 1. 2. You do have to kind of go into him with some speed. It's very awkward. We got 2. 1 more hit, and then we can fly right down. Oh, he's moving. He's moving. Where's he at? Where's he at? His hit. There we go. Nice. And that was 5-5. Final rush. Quite the difficult fight. But the run's not over yet, because we have the extra world. Woo! So we spawn right back here.
Up next is, I think, the worst stage in the level.
Worst stage in the game, yeah. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, I meant game indeed,
Yeah.
but it's basically just stage 1, but with 100 red coins, and you have to fly everywhere. And there's cacti everywhere.
Have I been muted? I accidentally muted myself. I think I was like clicked on OBS and pressed M or something. My bad. But anyways,
Oh, that's wild. I didn't know you were muting on OBS.
I didn't know I was muted. Yeah. Okay, I think I accidentally clicked it. Yeah, negative realm. This is a version of 1-1, but bad. Oops, did that right wrong. But yeah, 100 purple coins. The pink is lava, not quicksand.
It makes it a little less dangerous, but still, it's quite hard to get back onto the buildings once you have hit the lava.
Yeah, it can be really tragic in some areas. I've had some very dumb deaths in this level. And it's one of the longest in the game. You know, it's not like a main level per se, but like it's just quite inconsistent. I mean, not inconsistent, just quite long. And if you die to it, you lose the run. I was once very ahead, and then I died at the end of this, and the run was immediately over. And that part's really weird. You kind of have to angle yourself in a way where you have enough space to turn around. Big shouts to the Drunk Man, Drunk Crazy, another fellow runner of this game and category. The big man. The big plan.
Drunk's run was actually what instantly sold me to run this game.
Yeah, Drunk Man was one of the first to run it. I first ran this game like 2018 and haven't come back until recently. But yeah, I'm really glad I did because this game is as fun as I remember it. Highly recommend anyone to play this both casually and run it if you're into ROM hack speedrunning. Yeah, absolutely casually. It is a very good hack. One of my favorites, I would say. Top 5, I would give it. So I'm very happy that I was able to show it off. I'll be less happy if I die at the end of the star, so let's not do that. As I said, let's not do that, invisible wall. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Every 50 coins, you get a 1-up in this game. I didn't really like mention that, but like that's a good incentive to get coins. The only really like supplemental collectible is the 1-ups. I do wish this game had like some equivalent like star coins or something like that, where you had another reason to like explore around the levels a bit more as opposed to just getting the stars and going linearly. That's like a nitpick though. I just think it would be really cool if a hack like used this style and also had some kind of collectible like that. Those are hard to implement in Mario 64 though. But yeah, we should be good. We got past all the hard parts. We just gotta... Unless I missed one, which I don't think I did. Yeah, we're good. 6, 7, 8, 900. Nice! Very good, very good. Alright, so coming up is the biggest version difference, and it's a bit of a silly one. Pretty much, there used to be a quiz here, and if you know ROM hack quizzes, you know that they're terrible and they suck and are dumb. And this was one of the worst ones. And Gale knew that, Gale took the criticism, and now the star's just right here. You don't need to do the quiz for the star. It's a little lame, but it's less lame than doing the quiz, so I'm fine with it.
I let out a tear when I first saw this star.
I was so happy. It's just like, it was the worst part of the run. It's just like, you gotta just run around for like a minute and a half just going through pipes. Like, oh, this is the one. This is
Looking
the one.
at your splits, and one split just says like left, right, up, left, left, right.
Yeah,
left,
you have
up.
to like memorize it or like put it on your splits. It's terrible. All right, now last level of the run. This is a big one. This one is Gale's Dream. Bit of a banger incoming. So this stage is a little weird in the sense that it has in-game save states. So pretty much if you pause, it's definitely the hardest stage in the game by like a lot. So, and that's why there's in-game save states. If you pause and then press L later, you can pause to save the state and then press L to load the state, which can be really useful in some sections. I try to like, use them like sparingly, obviously, because you know, it's a speedrun. It's gonna waste time to be setting states at every jump. You know what I mean? But it also wastes time to die. So sometimes you want to be safe. It's definitely a sunk cost fallacy thing, like how confident you're feeling about the run at the end, like how much time you're willing to save or lose just to like pause the game and unpause, and then yeah, you know, it's very interesting. It's a very interesting concept. The absolute banger right here. We're doing a Koopa race with, I guess that's supposed to be Gale, like in the lore. I don't know, Gale the Koopa, the creator of this hack. I usually save state right here because that part's a little silly.
So these are the two last levels, and they both have 2 stars.
Yeah, I mean it's technically like one level, but it's like 2 sections of Gale's Dream.
True.
Dude, what? And this is why
In
you
this part, there are. I'm pretty sure there are 8 red coins, but you only need 6.
Yeah, so I've already skipped a
So
couple.
we got to choose, and the route changed over time. So we're grabbing different coins now as opposed to the first few runs.
Very tight section. This level is very hard. Like if I had to do this save stateless, it would kill a lot of runs. Huh? Would you look at that?
I think in my previous marathon run, I did it save stateless.
Oh yeah, you did. It's pretty sick.
But then again, it wasn't that fast.
Oh yeah, I should also mention, if you know like the trend of dream levels in ROM hacks, it all started with Sukanento's dream in Super Mario Treasure Worlds, which we've shown and Sunbro's gotten TD Reds at a couple Fangame Marathons ago. But pretty much it's just a medley of every level in the game, or most levels in the game. This is the same concept, where like this right here is like supposed to be parts of World 2, and now it's like at World 3. Interesting. Yeah, so now we're in like, I think it's supposed to be like 3-2 or something. I'd never like pay attention to that really, but...
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But now that you mention it, I do recognize it, yeah.
Yeah, it is like a medley level, as they call it. If you watch Phantom's Ztar Attack Rebooted run, his Ztar Attack Rebooted also has a star like that. But it's a little different, where like you're kind of going to sections of each level. That one is pretty cool. Yeah, this level's also
Koopa,
great.
in order to give you a little more time, will just spaz out here at the end of the level.
Yeah, for some reason in this update, Phantom. Why did I say Phantom? The Koopa takes longer to finish, so you're just gonna run around a little bit here. Get you know, you've been running for a while. You gotta like slow down a little bit.
Good Koopas always finish last.
True. Yeah, just let him do his thing. This usually takes a while. I'm always scared that like he's gonna like fall off and like end the run and crash the game or something. I've never seen it happen, but like it happens with Koopas, so I'm just scared. Yeah, he is not skipping leg day. It's he is getting his workout in. All right, so that was the first part of Gale's Dream done. What is bro doing? Literally, he runs around forever. It's crazy.
So the next part of this stage will have 5 secrets and a star waiting at the end.
Yeah, and worse music, but it's okay. Sorry, I just love the race music. It's very good. Yeah, bro is prepping for a marathon, clearly. Good shouts to that Koopa. I know he can finish his marathon. Good luck. But anyways. Okay. I had the in-game save state, so it was fine, but that was just a little sketch. My gold here is like not very good because I was like very nervous on my good runs, so like I end up like dying a lot or just like loading in-game states a lot, setting a lot of states, you know. It really just like depends on how comfortable you feel with this level. It's very much like feasible to do stateless, but it's very difficult.
I have a problem where my pride prevents me to use save states.
I respect it,
So
I
I
respect
just
it.
throw away 70% of my runs.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, if you're not setting states and you die, then you're losing, what? Depends on where you die, but, like, a lot of time.
Minutes.
Several minutes. Your run's pretty much done. So, it's the safety. Sunk cost falaki, as they say. Alright. Pretty tight sections up here. Boom. Yeah, SR7 also had something like that, but it was only like 4 levels of SR7 as opposed to like the whole game, or like this has every level in the game.
And this upcoming part, I was actually practicing a skip, but I haven't perfected it yet. But there is a note block behind the furthest pillar in the lava, and with 2 lava bounces you can reach it and bounce up to the end.
Really? Oh my goodness. Ugh, that's annoying. Annoying as well right there. There's a note block in the lava. Really, I did not notice that.
Yeah, behind this last pillar there's a note block, and you can
I actually want to see this.
fly all the way
I
up.
want to see this for myself. Where is it? Okay, I gotta make sure not to die. That could be really bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I did not know about that.
But getting there is pretty difficult.
Yeah, coming up another skip. You're supposed to like go through the section, like do a bunch of platform, but you can like lava bounce around and come down here. I didn't actually know about this in my first run, and York DM'd it to me. Like, dude, you gotta do this. And I was like, oh, that's way better. That section sucks. That's a cool thing about strats in this game, is that they usually skip the worst sections. It's pretty great. Like, there's so many terrible sections in this game that you just like don't do because you can just skip them. That's why I love the strat in 5.2, because there's no good movement for it. So you just gotta kind of go for it. Alright, coming up near the end. That's what strats do, of course.
But this is almost the end of the level.
Yeah.
After that there'll be one more star, which is basically a freebie.
Yeah, so time will be coming up in about a minute or so.
The hack creator shocks us all by saying he's actually a bunny.
Pretty real, pretty real.
And that'll be the end.
Yeah, so that's the secret star, and then there's a star for just completing it. Technically, there's like an ending to the game here. It'll like take you to like a dark room, and you can like go to like an end screen. But time's gonna be coming up when I grab this next star. I grab star number 90. And we got a little guy here, just a little friend. Only spawns at 89 stars. You have to get him now. And time right now. Boom, GG. That was a 117, which is about 5 minutes slower than my record, which is a 112. But still, that was not a bad run for like all the mistakes I had, all like the little blunders. But yeah, not too bad of a run. Cannot complain.
GG.
Thank you. A lot of silly marathon mistakes, but you know, I think it went relatively smoothly. Got 2 golds. Yeah, and that's the Ztar Tech 2 90 star. If we do have time, I would like to show off the 90% ending, because my estimate was a little bit inflated. But yeah.
What is it, like 10 minutes?
Probably less. Honestly.
Let's go for it.
Do it. Alright, let's send it. I don't worry about like putting on like a timer or anything. It's just like a really weird strat I kind of want to show you. I'm not even sure if I'll like finish like the run necessarily. It's more of just like a showcase. So you're gonna start by doing everything normally for any percent. Just go through these first 2 levels again. just do want to explain how this works, because it is a really interesting strat. Like, it's something I've never seen anything like in any hack.
So there's a lot of secret warps, which are actually pretty difficult to find, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And they take you to further levels, basically like the warp zones from Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
Bros. But then they're more difficult.
So originally, like, any percent, it was all like intentional warps, right? Like the whole route just took all the like intentional warp zones that Gale left in the game, just like as secrets. You would have gone to like World 1, take that to World 3, take that to World 5. You know what I mean? It was something like that. But yeah, you just go that, and then you go beat Bowser and end the game. But now, Aglab was like doing some searching around throughout the game, and he found that like there's something weird with the warp zones, which I'll get into once we get over to it. There's something weird with like the castle basement, where like you just go through every level. Like you can warp to every level. Normally you need a star to like get into every section. I don't want to like spoil it, so like I'll get to it when I get to it. But right now we're just gonna go over here. Normally you would need like I think there is like a vanish cap around here, but usually it's BLJ. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot this is a slippery floor, so you just bounce out. There we go. So yeah, this is the warp zone from 1-2 to 3-2 or 2-3. Yeah, from 1-2 to 2-3. So now we're over here in 2-3. We're gonna play out this level normally. It'll take a second to get over there, 'cause this is not a short level by any means.
I actually really like if you find the exit of the warp, there is a sign which says like, ooh, this is a secret exit, go find the warp somewhere else.
Yeah. There's a lot of that where it's like, ooh, this is where a warp zone will lead you to. And obviously 90% categories you don't need to be grabbing the stars unless you want some kind of checkpoints, but that's slow. So just don't die, forehead. Two, 3 is a pretty structurally sound level. You pretty much go through it normally usually, except for skipping that section right there with either the first C's or the 45-degree wall kicks. Yeah, obviously banger. I forget what the strat was here. It's like, you can do this or something. Ah. Oh no, it's just normal. I thought there was some weird angle stuff there. Alright. Almost at the end. So what the goal of this, we're trying to get to 2-4 as fast as possible. 2-4 is where the magic happens. And you shall see why. We go over here. Now we are in 2-4. I wanted to do this on like a fresh file because I wasn't sure if it would like work in any normal file. Oh, okay, it's all good. We're still in 2-4. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's try that again. A little bit of a bonk happens. Oh. Yeah, that was RNG minute for the strat. It wouldn't work otherwise. That was not RNG minute. That was me being bad. That was me getting grabbed. So yeah, once we're over here, we're gonna do the same bomb clip strat that we did in the run already. So just let him come up here. Come over here, buddy. Oh, come on. Sometimes that happens. I don't know how this bomb strat works. Like, so just sometimes the trajectory will just be off for seemingly no reason. It's a little silly, but there we go. Yeah, so the goal right here, we open the cannon bomb. Just real quick. That was the application of the RNG. We manipulated the Chucky RNG to to grab me. But yeah, anyways, so we just do that. We open the cannon and we immediately exit course. The reason for that is somewhere in the game's memory, the cannon right there has the same address as the door over here to Bowser's Castle. So if we just go all the way to the end of the warp zone. Anytime now. To the long warp zone. If we just go right to the end of the warp zone, we go to 5-4, the door's just open, even though we didn't grab any stars in this level. So you can just instantly skip all the way to 5-4. It's really weird.
It could really only have been a mad scientist like Egg Lab to find this.
Yeah. Oh, dang. I was trying to do some speed strat. And then I suppose I can just show cool strats here. Yeah, you can use that bomb, clip down here. If you're crouching, you'll just down warp. It's a really weird strat, and it honestly made this category worse to run, because like the original route was like just like more fun than that. That route is like, I don't know. I didn't have a lot of fun running that, I remember, a couple of years ago. Yeah, shout out to Agloff for finding that. It was a really weird find. Yeah, like, as you said, only mad scientist, only someone who like knew the game's memory would like know that like, hey, this cannonball bomb has the same memory address as this door, so that means you can just open that and then the crouch down warp is fun. You can do a little BLJ here, but it's like, yeah, it's dependent on quarter frames and like it just doesn't work usually. There we go. Oh, oh well. And then the rest of the run you just do the other bosses and then just end the run normally. But yeah, that's pretty much how 90% works. And I think that's about it. Yeah. So that was Ztar Attack 2, 90-star warpless, and also the 90% showcase. Thank you, Fangame Marathon, for having me. Thank you, Jorick, for being the commentator. You did great.
Thank you for inviting me. It was a great run, so happy to be part of it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good time. Thank you, Fangame Marathon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you for playing.
Of course.
Up next, we have the... I think this is the final Celeste run of the event. And it is another task, if you remember the task from earlier. That one was the expert lobby of